E3 this year was absolutely incredible in my opinion. We finally saw more of the shit that was shown last year. Now I'm just anticipating all these games' release dates. We saw a new Resident Evil 2 remake, we saw Nioh 2, we saw Last of Us Part 2, we saw a new Devil May Cry game, we saw Cyberpunk 2077, we saw Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and a whole bunch of other amazing looking games. Some were saved until 2019 of course, but it's not that bad since we're gonna have a myriad of games to enjoy until some of our favorite titles show up on store shelves. However, of course, there were games that we expected to be there that, for some reason, never made the cut. These titles were announced at some point during the year, and we just haven't seen anything since those minor announcements. A few were speculated to show up at E3, and some were said to just not be there by the game's respective developers. The Final Fantasy VII Remake was something that everyone lost their minds at when it was first unveiled it was happening. We've seen nothing since that first E3 in form of trailers or even more gameplay. It looked absolutely incredible from what they had shown. However, Square Enix let a lot of people down when the project they announced 3 years ago was nowhere to be found on the show floor or even during their mini conference thing. If I had $1 for every fake Nintendo leak I've seen this E3, I'd be pretty rich. Unfortunately for everyone, Yoshi, or Yoshi's Flippin' Island, named by everybody after one particularly bad leak, was nowhere to be seen. It's been announced to have a 2018 release date originally, so you would think that there's still time for it to come out, but there's not even a trailer or graphic or even a title for the game we know of at the current moment. Nintendo did give us one update though, and that's that the game has been pushed back into 2019. I wouldn't be opposed to Yoshi's Flipping Island though. I made a video on everything we know about Borderlands 3, and one of the things I mentioned was that Gearbox themselves said that it wasn't going to be at E3 this year. Part of me was still hoping for some sort of surprise or maybe even like a trailer reveal, but it still hurt to not see anything regarding the game. Hopefully they have something for us next year. Speaking of trilogies and games, I was actually hoping from the EA conference that we'd get something regarding Titanfall 3. Especially after seeing Dying Light 2, which completely caught me off guard. I had some semblance of hope for the third installments to one of the best shooters of 2016. Titanfall 2 was an incredible game, and I'm upset that not many people have experienced it. I got it for free on PC and bought it for $40 on PlayStation 4, and even platinumed the game. I loved it that much, and if we got the third game even announced, I would have lost my mind. What we do know, however, is that there is a third game in the works, and for now, that's more than enough for me. Back in early 2017, Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal announced that they were working on a couple of projects related to Marvel's Avengers. If those two studios sound familiar, they're the same two that are working behind the new Tomb Raider franchise. The Tomb Raider that came out in 2013, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and the new upcoming Shadow of the Tomb Raider. They also worked on the Deus Ex franchise. Of course, we didn't see anything about these Avengers projects. It would have been perfect too, since Infinity War had just come out in April. Metroid Prime is something that many people love and enjoy. I'm not one of those people, since I think that the whole Metroidvania genre just sucks in general, but I could resonate with their waiting for a fourth game in a series for a very long time. Metroid Prime 4 was confirmed with a very eerie announcement trailer last year. Although nothing about the game has been mentioned since then, Metroid fans are just waiting at this point to see what this game will be like on the Nintendo Switch. The final game that I and a bunch of other people have been asking for years is going to round off this list. I know it's sort of a meme at this point, but all I've wanted from EA is Skate 4. Yes, I know Black Box Studios is shut down, but they have like 50 other studios doing nothing interesting, so ex-Black Box members can come and work on it. It makes sense, doesn't it? We saw what many thought was Skate 4, but it turned out to be another skateboarding game called Sessions. It's inspired by the Skate franchise, but since EA owns the twin-stick controls of Skate, the small development team working on Sessions created their own realistic controls for their game. The controls took some time for me to get used to, of course, since I have Skate and Tony Hawk ingrained in my brain. But, of course, another E3 gone by, another shitty EA conference, and another year without Skate 4. E3 has been a trip. We saw a bunch of new titles that had gameplay, and we didn't see a few, of course. I'm still excited for the coming months, though, because a lot of heat is expected to drop, and my wallet isn't ready for what comes after. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, leave a like if you liked. It's the best way to show your support on videos. Leaving comments is also very much appreciated, since it opens a dialogue for myself and the viewers. Links for my socials and everything else will be in the description below. My name is Bruce N, and I'll see you later.